Welcome back to our Thymesia walkthrough. In this episode we're going to be doing Underground Laboratory Sub-Quest 1. So let's get cracking. Basically this is kind of like the reverse of the previous mission that we did. So the one where we went all the way underground to the boss fight. This is basically go all the way back up again. So let's get smashing on through. Sometimes enemy placements once again can be quite tricky on this stage. You've got those blood enemies that kind of like join the fight at the most awkward of times. And there we've got some like collectible pieces of paper or letters like that to grab on the way up as well. So I'll grab that and get heading on up. I think there's a spicy enemy up ahead, so watch out for this bad boy. I think there is a blood enemy that kind of joins the fight as well. I'll try and get some extra skill shards if possible, so we can upgrade the great sword if we can yank some of those. There's one there. Yeah, I've got one drop, which should be enough. And then in theory, it should drop one after we actually defeat him as well. So let's grab that. Forward and B, step jump. Got the gliding claw now as well, so we can do that in the air. I think it's just healed up, so there must be like a section over there where it kind of like fully heals the enemy, so need to make sure that he doesn't go over that line. So we'll keep him down here. Unfortunately, we have also triggered the blood enemy to join the fight, which is not ideal, but fair play. They heal up, play it safe. Blood enemy has just joined the fight there. You can hear them kind of jump in. This is what I mean about the blood enemies kind of joining at really awkward times like this. A couple of claws should do the job. There we go. And fingers crossed we get a skill shard as well. We have. Awesome. Okay, so I just need to get my bearings a second. So I think we came up from this way, which gives us option of left or right. I think there's an item tucked away over here. Couple of blood enemies, so I'll probably focus on those first and take out the other enemies. Forward and B. I think usually they go into that like charged attack when they do like a kind of weird stance thing that they do, almost like a rage kind of stance thing. So you see them do that kind of rage type thing. They usually follow that up with the charge attack, so you can have your forward and B ready. I just took that enemy out basically to get some health back, because we've got the healing execution skill on, so might as well take these enemies out so we can heal ourselves up. Because we smashed through quite a lot of potions on that great sword fight that we just did, the great sword enemy. Shield bash into jab. 1, 2, and then 3. Usually 3 attacks in their combos. Okay, nice one. So that is that. Might as well take him out, I suppose, so we don't get in the way later. That'll do. Probably going to be some blood enemies. Yep. Just be careful. Once again, if you're into your scythes, then do your charged claw into these guys. Try and get some extra. That's the rage thing that I mean, where it kind of like shouts kind of thing. You can just watch out for that. Just take these out. Okay, so far so good. Grab the collection of memories level 1. Head on up. going to go ahead and smash through these. I think there's some blood enemies that jump in at some point here. There. That's a bit too far away. Okay. Push on forward. A couple of collectibles knocking about soon-ish, I think. I don't want to aggro too many enemies at the same time here, so just watch our step. Have this. Take out the blood enemies. Just reached. Go for the scythe. It's 1, 2, and then 3. It's quite a like a second delay or so between the strikes and their 3-hit combo. So it's kind of like a what you do is like a parry, then wait a sec, parry, then wait a sec, and then parry for their 3-hit combo. We got quite a lot of experience points, so we probably should blast through those. Let's have a look if we've got any items that we should use. Got 5 of these bad boys, so we'll smash those. Rest. Level up. Pop a point into Plague. For now, unlock talent. We'll go for... let's go for perhaps some luck once again. It's quite useful. You could also go for some extra feathers if you use feathers a lot. I personally don't really tend to use feathers as such. But we'll go for... yeah, let's go for the luck level 1 for now. I should do. Plague weapon. Hopefully we can upgrade the great sword a little bit. So we've got to level 4 now. Sounds good. We probably should check the potion ingredients. I actually haven't checked the ingredients for quite some time, so they probably can be upgraded a bit, but I guess we'll take a look. Let's go look at defense. Ideally looking for a 5% if possible, so 2%. I've got 55 health. Maybe we can switch that out for something slightly better. 61, might as well whack that in for now. Push on forward. I think this enemy can be quite spicy. What you can do here is try and lure this guy to us first. Just because there is like a blood enemy somewhere over there. And if you fight him down this way, it should keep the blood enemy from spawning in. But then again, I think with some enemies, if you push them over a certain like barrier as such, then they kind of like regen all their health like really quick. So I guess we've got to be careful not to push this guy too far out of his area type thing. Fallen and beat. Sometimes, like I say, we're a little bit early there, so kind of just like dodges past him instead of actually running up the weapon. Let's be careful. Okay, that'll do. Let's take him out. But yeah, things do get a little bit spicy. Then you want to reset. Just you know, obviously pop a seat at the beacon. Technically speaking, you can just do that because I think that's one of those spicy meatball enemies. So I don't think they respawn if we rest. No, they haven't respawned. The blood enemy is kind of like in this corner here, so just watch out for that one joining the fight. But yeah, other than that, let's crack on. Oh, I got one of these archers in the corner, so I'm going to take him out first. Got a blood enemy joined as well, so things can get a bit spicy here, so just watch out. Just going to go full bloodlust mode right now and just delete everything. Okay, cool, so that is that. We've got all the bits and bobs that we need, so let's crack on. smash through that enemy. I think there's an archer up there. Yeah, so just watch out for the archer. And there's something tucked away around this corner, so we'll grab that bad boy. Push on forward. Ideally, we could do with taking out the archer first, because otherwise we're just going to keep getting shot. Taking arrows to the knees and all that jazz. So what we'll do is sprint on around, kind of just ignore everything for now. Just going to focus purely on the archer. The greatsword, hopefully we can get that in before... Oh, we've got access to the new greatsword skill now as well. Okay. I'm actually going to head around and take him out, or at least fight the enemies behind here, because we ideally don't want to be fighting all the enemies like whilst getting shot at from above. Gonna head round. Kind of stood in the most awkward place right now. I think it's going to make us fall off if we do the execution, but we'll give it a try. No, we're good. So yeah, with the greatsword, we've got access to the upgraded greatsword thing now. So you can either tap it once to do the like original move, or you can tap it twice to do like a faster version of it. But the faster version doesn't have quite as much reach on it. So it kind of depends like where your enemy is placed. If they're a bit further away, you might want to go for the just the one tap. But if they're closer, the double tap tends to be better. So yeah, that kind of just depends on like your combat situation basically. But yeah, if they're closer, then double tap is the one that I tend to go for. I think that's everything from that area. You could technically take out this enemy as well, and just checking we're not missed any items or anything. And I think the like as you upgrade the plague weapons and stuff, they have like a shorter cooldown on them. So you can kind of end up like using them a lot more and stuff. I think our characters here are stuck on some kind of rock or something. Anyway, that's that. Let's push on forward. We're gonna keep on climbing and heading up. So at this point, I think we head up this way. And once again, there's probably going to be an archer. So just watch yourself. So ideally we need to get up there, take out the archer, but just check for items and bits and bobs first before we go for that. So I'm going to grab that. And that's where the quick recovery can come in useful as well. So if you get shot by an arrow like that, if you've got access to quick recovery, you should be able to press B. I can't remember if we've got quick recovery applied or not on this character, on this skill tree at the minute. I'll double check that. So let's just drop on down. Gonna go straight for the archer. In fact, we'll fight this guy here first. Yeah, the greatsword's doing insane damage now as well, which is awesome. So let's heal up. 4 potions left. We've also got healing execution still applied on the skill tree, so we are like regaining health and stuff every time we're taking out enemies, which is really useful for these standard missions like this. Archer is kind of just chilling, it seems. Once you got him like alone, you can also keep doing the charge claw if you want to try and get some bow skill shards and stuff like that. So that is that, but I think there is a collectible letter thing just off this ledge, so we'll drop down and grab that bad boy. Drop down again. That should be everything from that section. So let's push on forward, which is this way. We've got one of those whip bad boys as well, collectible letter there. Go for the double tap. Luckily, they kind of have like a knockback animation. If you're just attacking them with your normal saber attacks, they have that kind of like knockback thing. So you can pretty much just take advantage of that and just keep on smashing away, really. There we go. Awesome animation again. So yeah, that's all the bits and bobs. Just pick up all the loot there from the enemy, and then head on up. I think there's an item knocking about just at the top here, so make sure to grab that. But other than that, that is the stage.